If you're thinking about buying the Brother P-touch PT-H110, wait just a second. This little handheld label maker promises to make labeling simple, portable, and professional looking. But here's what surprised me. It's not all smooth sailing with this device. In fact, as much as it tries to be your organizing hero, it brings some unexpected quirks that might make you think twice. So, should you buy it or skip it? Let's dive deep and uncover everything the PT-H110 really offers, and where it might let you down. Stick around, because by the end, I'll show you who this label maker actually works best for. Right out of the gate, the Brother PT-H110 looks like a neat gadget. It's portable and lightweight, weighing just about a pound, which means you can carry it around without feeling like you're lugging an old printer. Plus, it prints laminated thermal transfer labels, which are durable and perfect for everything from labeling cables to organizing office supplies. The QWERTY-style keyboard is familiar and easy to type on, so you won't be stuck hunting for letters like on some numeric keypads. And if you love personalization, it offers 3 fonts, 14 frames, and over 250 symbols to jazz up your labels. Sounds like the label maker equivalent of a Swiss Army knife, right? But here's where things get interesting and a bit frustrating. Despite these promising features, the PT-H110's small screen isn't as intuitive or easy to preview your text as advertised. Sure, it has a graphical display that helps you check your label before printing, but the tiny screen size means you often squint or scroll to make sure everything looks right. And believe me, a misprinted label, especially if you're using expensive Brother TZ tapes, starts to feel like an expensive typo marathon. So, it's portable, but readability on screen could have used a little more love. Think of it like using a flip phone in the smartphone era, compact, but not quite convenient. Here's a quick joke to ease the pain. Why did the label maker break up with the printer? Because it couldn't handle the pressure of being print-free. But seriously, if you are organizing your workspace or home, the one-touch memory feature helps save up to 15 labels so you can reprint multiple times. This is a huge time saver, especially if you label lots of cables or files repeatedly. Unfortunately, the number of copies you can print at once maxes out at 9, so if you want batches of labels, you might find yourself tapping print again and again. Not a deal breaker, but certainly an inconvenience if you're mass labeling for bigger projects. Now, if you're someone who's very particular about label quality, the Brother PT-H110 uses the P-touch TZ tapes, which are superb in terms of durability and adhesive quality. You get options ranging from acid-free and extra-strength adhesives to fabric iron-on tape, which is a win if you're labeling clothes or soft items. However, these genuine tapes aren't the cheapest, and since the device only handles tapes up to 12, roughly a ½ inch wide, you're a bit limited if you want broader labels for bigger applications. I mean, when you're buying those branded tapes for your PT-H110, you want the label maker to do all the heavy lifting, not create a tape diet plan. Let me ask you this. If a product's selling point is ease of use and portability, but the tiny screen and the frequent reprints start to slow down your workflow, how much convenience are you really getting? Is it worth it or just a catchy marketing promise? This question made me dig even deeper, and here's a fun twist. The PT-H110 surprisingly runs on 6 AAA batteries, not just 1 or 2. That's a lot of power packs to keep in circulation, and if you forget you're using batteries, you might get caught mid-print on your labeling spree. Sure, it supports an optional AC adapter, but that's sold separately, which means extra cost and another cable to manage. A portable device that depends heavily on batteries can sometimes feel less like mobility and more like a mini battery management project. Maybe Brother wanted to give us more power, but instead, they gave us more AAAs. If you got that pun, you're clearly a label maker fan. Alright, I promised I'd tell you who this label maker is actually good for. If you are a home office user, a student, or someone who needs simple, quick labels for cables, storage bins, school supplies, or basic household items, the PT-H110 shines enough to push you to buy it. It's small, straightforward, and the QWERTY keyboard means you don't have to relearn typing on a weird keypad. Plus, the built-in memory feature means quick reprinting is pretty handy when you have repetitive tasks. If labeling cables is your biggest headache, this model has a dedicated cable labeling function, which is nice and makes it a neat little gadget. But if you're in a professional setting needing bulk labeling, diverse tape size options, or a bigger screen for visualizing your designs, this model might leave you wanting more. For the price, advanced users can find more feature-rich label makers with bigger displays and more customization options. So, in essence, it's great for light to medium use but not for heavy-duty labeling tasks. Also, I have to mention the build quality. Coming in at just over £1, this label maker feels decent in the hand but is mostly plastic, so it's not going to survive much rough handling. If you're a bit clumsy or tend to drop gadgets often, that portability comes with the risk of cracking parts or busted buttons. I heard a joke once: why don't label makers ever get into fights? Because they always want to keep things organized. Well, the PT-H110 tries its best, but it's not exactly built like a tank. Let's do a quick recap of what you're getting. A lightweight, portable label maker with an easy QWERTY keyboard, 3 fonts, 14 frames, 250+ symbols, decent printing quality on laminated tapes, ability to print 1 or 2 lines of text on 12mm tapes, built-in memory for up to 15 labels, and a cable labeling feature. Overall, it serves well for home or office use where extensive customization and large quantity printing aren't a priority. Before I wrap up, here's another quick joke to keep things light. Why did the label maker apply for a job? Because it wanted to stick around. But now, seriously, the PT-H110 is for those who want uncomplicated, portable labeling done right without the fuss of complex apps or PC connections. It's straightforward and gets the job done efficiently for basic labeling needs. The final twist: despite some drawbacks like screen size, battery dependency, and tape size limits, the PT-H110's user-friendly design, durability of print, and cost-effectiveness on a basic level make it a sensible buy. It's not perfect, but it's one of the better compact label makers out there with a strong 4.7-star Amazon rating backing it up. So if you're organizing your home office, labeling school supplies, or decluttering your cables, the Brother P-touch PT-H110 could be your neat little helper. Want the best price? Check out the link in the description below to grab it on Amazon today. You'll get a good balance of portability, ease of use, and solid label durability at a great price point. And last joke for the road: what do you call a label maker that tells jokes? A pun share. Perfect way to stick a smile on your organizing day. Happy labeling.